Hotshots. It's bound to get heavy. Big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother.
Welcome to BBA Daily with Zibby.
Big brother, big brother, hotshot. Big brother, hotshot. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Hotshots. Big Brother Hotshot.
Let the conversation begin.
And indeed it has. Good evening and you're welcome to BBA Daily with Zibby, the podcast series. Of course you're hanging out with your girl Zibby, and like I like to say, Zibby is what I go by. So it's day 02 of Big Brother Africa Hotshots. Now, I don't know if this is really weird, but I'm not too sure what the hashtag is. Is that BBA Hotshots or BB Hotshots? Oh well, we'll figure it out. You're welcome to the daily podcast, and we've got so much to talk about. It's been almost 24 hours since the housemates first got into the house. There's been a lot of singing. Yeah, a bit too much singing, but apart from the singing, apart from the bonding, we've always come to expect, the random truth or dare games, and that's not happening this time, but hey ho, there's been a lot more going on which we can talk about. I did cover, some bits of it when I put my TV this morning. I saw some vocal coach teaching them to do the la 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 la, and yeah, what was that about? It sort of reminded me of, was that Sounds of Music or Nuns on the Run? No, what's the Sisters Act? Yes, so it sort of reminded me of that. So it was a bit funny, but let's see. Maybe it's like an offshoot audition for Idols Africa or something. I'm not too sure, but it was a bit funny. So yeah, that was all right. So head of house La Vida. I keep thinking her name is Laverne. I don't know why. And you can't blame me. Come on, there are 26 people in the house in a really tiny cramped up space, so it's hard to remember names. But her name's La Vida, and she's the current head of house. She scored 85 on the whatever task that was they did yesterday. I think she deserved to win anyways. So something that struck me, was something really struck me as funny. Big Brother called La Vida to the diary room, and he gave her the GoPros for 4 people. It was for Tayo, JJ, Esther, and Mambi. And she got out of the diary room, and in less than a minute, she forgot the 4th person's name. I mean, okay, guys, we've got 25 housemates we're supposed to nominate, we're supposed to, vote for to save. If the housemates can't even remember their names, how are we supposed to remember their names? And I mean, La Vida is the head of house. She didn't remember a name in a minute. That was really, really funny. Really funny. So, just in case you're having trouble remembering any of the housemates you'd like to vote for, it's understandable. We understand. It's a lot of names to take in all at once. JJ and Alusa. Former Emerald housemates, now current Hotshot housemates. JJ and Alusa, JJ and Alusa, JJ and Alusa. They're not getting a lot of love. I said this earlier, the first day, the first time I did the podcast, which was Saturday before the lunch. I said, them being emeralds, they sort of have some psychological advantage over the other housemates. At the end of the day, it could go either way for them, work against them with the audience and work for them with the audience, but unfortunately it seems to be working a lot against them. JJ and Alusa are not getting a lot of love, especially on Twitter. I sort of feel sorry for them quite a bit. I think Alusa has actually got a very slight chance to redeem himself, at least for one more week. But JJ, I'm sorry, but I think JJ basically has nothing to offer to me. I mean, all we remember from JJ from the Emerald time was he just came in, was smitten with Delish, wrote a stupid song, if I may say so, and that was it. And it seems like JJ's back and it's all about the music. JJ is definitely on the wrong show. JJ should have probably gone to Idol South Africa or something. Or, I don't know, but JJ, I mean, he's just so irrelevant. And I'm really upset because someone else might have had that chance. I mean, JJ basically gives nothing to talk about. Like Alusa could potentially rub people off the wrong way, which could make him a bit relevant. And I mean, just in case he doesn't do that, we've got other things to talk about, like his hair. We can actually laugh about that, or, the clothes he wears. So, I mean, Alusa has something at least for maybe a week or two, but JJ, I don't know. If they get evicted though, this week, I'll be okay with it. I'll be really, really okay with it. I'd be fine with it. I mean, it's not a problem because chances are they'll probably be back for the next BBA All Stars. I mean, they were there for the chase. They are here for Hotshots, so why wouldn't they be there for for the next installment of All Stars? So it's okay, JJ and Alusa. We know we'll probably see you guys again. We definitely will see you guys again. Alrighty, moving on from JJ and Alusa, back to the other housemates. Well, the ones I think have a chance. Lillian from Nigeria. Lillian had this conversation early today with Mr. 2K5, or is that 2K3? I'm sorry, I'm not too sure what his number is. But they had that conversation, and she said, I want to be heard. She talks about what she wanted to do, give people a voice, and wants to be Oprah. Did I say Oprah? Unfortunately, guys, I can't edit. This is like one-time recording, because it takes a lot to actually watch the show, and then prepare my show, and then produce it, record it, and then upload it. It takes too long, so this is like I'm recording all at once, no edits here. So just in case I make some slip-ups, you guys understand. It's every day, so we'll probably get used to the slip-ups. Anyways, but yeah, so she wants to be like Oprah. I mean, I'm glad she has a dream, because I mean, I have a dream as well. I want to be a billionaire, so friggin' bad. Is that sitting next to Oprah and the Queen, or standing next to Oprah and the Queen? I'm not too sure. But, she's got a dream. I mean, imagine what would have happened if Martin Luther had a dream and he didn't say his dream. So, good luck, Lillian. Hotshots. There's some very, very funny conversations going on in the house. And, it was funny when head of house Lavida told someone to go into the sun. I think she meant go outside. So, I don't know, maybe that's like, that barrier with, communication. Speaking of who is Trigaza or Trizaga or something? Because I'm not kidding, I have no idea who Trigaza or Trizaga, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but people on Twitter are not showing him a lot of love. Okay, now I know who he is, because, I saw him listen to his diary sessions quite a bit, but for almost the whole day I didn't know who Trizaga was, or is. So, I mean, wow. In a way, I kind of feel sorry for him, because, I mean, you've got 26 people, and for you to be in the house at some point, during your auditions, you had to have had a spark, or maybe you got lucky and you knew during the, I don't know. But, it was, when you've got such strong personalities, if you can't measure up, you're just gonna be mute. And it's hard, but that's what's happening to my girl Butterfly. I like Butterfly. I think she's got potential to be fierce. I just wanted to find her own and get her voice heard. I understand, Butterfly's a radio person, and sometimes radio people, we do not like to talk over people, especially when you're used to having guests on your show. So that might be a bit of what Butterfly's feeling. She doesn't want to speak over people, and that happens to me as well. So, Butterfly, you know what? It's not ethical right now. Just go and talk and scream and get your voice heard. I really want to hear what you're saying. I want to know you, because I think I like you already. Really do. Okay, so the housemates got the task, and they need to design a poster. Yeah, and basically that poster is supposed to be for a show, showing off their talents. I don't know what Big Brother's trying to do to us, but I mean, didn't we have enough of these talents yesterday? I mean, Goitse, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, might have, an house as big as South America. But I don't think I want to see the dancing again. Lanla from South Africa looked absolutely stunning in the dashiki, but his poem recital was really bad, and I don't think anyone wants to see that again. Now, Tayo's a bit of an eye candy, but I don't think we want to hear Tayo sing. And oh my goodness, I certainly do not want to see or hear JJ sing or perform. No! Why are you doing this to us? No, please. Actually, if I'm looking forward to any performance, it's weird, but I think I'd like to see Alusa, because I really like the passion with, I said this yesterday, with the song he did. Hopefully he wouldn't wear the clothes he did yesterday. But yeah, let's see what Alusa has. So people are so carried away with the music. Prometheus, Psoriasis, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's something. He's really carried away with the music. And Casey from Ghana, or is that Casey from South Africa as well? So, I don't know, Big Brother, come on. Let's see some more, which everyone doesn't have to be a singer or play an instrument. We want diversity. Okay, I've had a little bit of a rant, but we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, we're going to see what the fans are saying on Twitter, and there's some very interesting tweets I really want to share, and I'm going to talk a bit about someone I had a conversation with who said there's absolutely nothing to learn from Big Brother. I disagree. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. This is Zibby on BBA Daily with Zibby.
Big Brother Hotshots. Big Brother Hotshots. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Don't go in unless you're going in it to win it. You'll need shades cause the spotlights are so bright. So when you reach that height, you will have to fight. All eyes on you, your name and lights. You want the fame, man, up like it's your right. Gotta get into action, swag out your passion. I like to live on, drive it up and you can cash in. Fame and fortune is all you got. When it's rise, Hotshots. Big Brother Hotshots. Start 7 September. Exclusive to DSTV Premium, DSTV Compact Plus, DSTV Compact, and DSTV Mobile. Rated 18.
You're welcome back to BBA Daily with Zibby, the podcast. And of course, you're hanging out with me, Zibby. So, we're talking day 2 of Big Brother Africa Hotshots. Slight controversy. BBA Hotshots, BB Hotshots, we don't care! Okay, so we've been talking about the housemates, and something just struck me about JJ. And I'm not picking on JJ, guys. Okay, maybe I am a bit. Yeah, okay, I am. Alright, so I remember last year when JJ was at the Emeralds, JJ was 22. That was about 16 months ago. And I'm surprised, for some reason, JJ is still 22! It sort of reminds me of, like, Benjamin Button, the movie, so I, sent that tweet out, and the responses have been really, really hilarious. Some people have said, oh, he obviously doesn't know his age or he can't remember. It's just been really funny. JJ, I don't know, maybe you found the fountain of youth, but you need to share with us, though, because, I still want to be the age I am at right now in 16 months like you, so yay! So when you get evicted this Sunday, hopefully you can, let me know. And of course, I'd love to have you as a guest on the show, JJ. No hard feelings. Okay, so moving on. It's like sort of Big Brother tradition. First night, spin the bottle, icebreaker. It's a bit different this time because the housemates haven't done that. Well, the reason they haven't done that is pretty obvious, isn't it? They've been hooking up in Babylon, come on! They probably did all the truth and dare and all the weird stuff they needed to do. So right now, in fact, for all we know, some people are probably married. Maybe Samantha might be married to Tayo by this time, or, let's see, who else? Trezeguet, Tragaza, might be married to, nah, he's not married to Butterfly. Maybe he could be married to, Goitse. Speaking of Goitse, there's some weird news going around, but I'm not going to talk about it because, we don't like that kind of stuff. So, just in case it's true, just in case it's not, we don't really care. We just want to watch and have fun, don't we? So, yeah. Okay. So, Trezeguet, Tragaza, I have to learn to pronounce the name. I have to actually know the name, It's a bit weird that I can't, but it's, I'm Nigerian and not Portuguese, so that's perfectly understandable. But speaking of which, man, it's a bit unfair, like, there's no Sierra Leone, there's no Liberia. It would have been nice to see the next person from Sierra Leone. I miss Sierra Leone. I love Bassi, so makes sense about why I miss Sierra Leone. Okay, so the argument with Lillian and Tayo from Nigeria about the Pimpin and the Ferrari. What's that about though? I find that guys get very sensitive when a girl lets it be known that she likes money. Why not? I mean, why not? Like, why wouldn't anyone like money? Nobody wants to be poor, right? So if someone says she likes money, accept it. All you can do is move on to a girl that would like you poor, or I don't know. Like, it's your opinion. I find that guys are very defensive when a girl talks about what material things. And there's nothing wrong with that, because, I mean, all the guys want to date a girl that's, you know, well endowed and hot and gorgeous and stuff. So, why don't we get angry when you say you want that? So leave us alone. Team Lillian, Team Girl Power, Team Like Money if you want to. And if you agree with me, don't forget to drop a comment. I'd really like to hear what you guys think on that. Okay, so, you know, there's this legendary thing we say about Big Brother. People are watching Big Brother from their neighbors' windows, you know, because, you know, sometimes their interpretation, no edits, of, you know, certain things that happen are just not quite true. So this is really funny. I had to share this tweet. It's from a user called @LollyAngel, and she goes, "Why are they always bringing Yoruba men to represent Nigeria?" And someone asked her, "Are you sure you've watched Big Brother?" If she has, she's probably watching from a neighbor's window, because, you know, we don't care about stuff like that. And last time I checked, we've had people from everywhere. Melvin is Delta Igbo, Uti's Delta. What other guy? Kevin is from Jos. So it's really weird. Like, I don't know where Lolly Angel got that from, but she's a perfect example of watching from your neighbor's window. And Lolly Angel, don't worry, just watch right. Okay, so I had Sipe. Is that her name now? Sipe, yeah. The beautiful girl that did the Beyonce thing yesterday, yeah. Sipe sang a bit in the diary room. It was a bit nice. It sounded a bit nasal like Fran Drescher. Like, you know, but I think she did much better in the diary room than she did on stage. So yeah, that was really good. And okay, I'm going to take some very funny tweets I saw today. One of them was from BBA fans, and she said, "Kenya's vote is split into three: Alusa, Sabina, and Sabina's forehead." Wow, y'all are mean. That cracked me up so much. I just had to share that one. It was really funny. And then moving on, I've got a tweet from Puppy Love, and she says, "Why is my butterfly flying out from others?" I know, I really want Butterfly to open up, because I think she's got so much. Like, I just like her. She looks fierce. She's definitely got a lot to show as well. So Butterfly, I hope you open up. And a lot of the former housemates are also tweeting. Annabelle tweeted hours ago, "We want romance and hookups. Enough with all the singing and acting. No romance, no entertainment." Wow. Oh, nice. And I've got a tweet from Mibonji GH, and he says, "When are we gonna get real professionals in the BBA house, like lawyers, doctors, and engineers, maybe for a change?" I think you're watching the wrong show. Okay, and Miss Leanne, who's one of my favorite people on BBA Twitter, says, "I gave Permivius a few weeks. This accent too shall also pass." Okay, that was funny. And of course, we had diary sessions. Big Brother's mics were really dodgy during diary sessions, so I couldn't really get everything, but there's some certain things I got from some of the housemates. And come on, like, there were 26 people. I don't even think up till now all of them have done their diary sessions, so I just had to take a bit from what I could. Mr. 2, oh, it's 265 or 2K5. Okay, he says the house is spacious and homely. Wow. Mister, are you serious? There are 26 of you crammed in that little space and you think it's spacious and homely. Where do you live? And Sabina says she isn't a diva, of course. I mean, yeah, we know, hun. We didn't think you were. Tregaza. Okay, I'll come to Tregaza. You know what? Okay, so Tregaza said something. He said language is a barrier for him. Understandable. I mean, he speaks Portuguese, I guess. But it's Big Brother Africa. You must have heard, you know, things from other seasons, previous housemates from your country, or watched or heard English language requirements. So it's not like anyone's going to speak Portuguese. Unfortunately, it seems like Trezeguet is going to be put in a box, and he might be the next Bigessa. Or heaven forbid, Edna. Yeah, I'm sure some of you don't remember Edna. Edna barely said a word in the week she was in Big Brother's house. Like, she just sat and looked. So I hope this doesn't repeat itself again. But Mira is doing really well, and I really like her look. If she was an America's Next Top Model, I'm sure Tyra would probably go crazy about her. You know, Tyra likes people that've got those very different features. So Mira's, you know, she's pretty. Okay, and Lillian says she hoped for a different outfit. You know, if she had a different outfit, she could do better. Girl, if you did any better, that would have been an X-rated show, so we're fine with what you did. It's alright. People will vote for you, so it's okay. No problem. Casey is a bit chatty. He did chat quite a bit. And he said La Vida is sort of abusing her power. Yeah, that's us Africans. But, you know, that's Casey's opinion. I'd still watch more to see what is going on with that. And Taya's diary session, I'm not even kidding. I was just staring at him because he kept licking his lips like, Taya, can you stop that? You're distracting a lot of the ladies. Come on. That's not fair. I've got a podcast to do. I need to know what you're saying. You can't be distracting me with that. You know, LL Cool J. Ooh. Oh, well, okay, you know what? I need to move on. I'm thinking not so nice thoughts. Okay, so I was having that conversation with someone who says there's nothing to learn from Big Brother, and I said, you know what, I've learned quite a lot from Big Brother. I mean, at first glance, yeah, you know, you don't think it's just you think it's just entertainment, but it's not. I mean, last season with the one campaign, you know, the task they did with the one campaign, Melvin's what am I going to call it? What Melvin worked on was energy poverty. And I didn't know anything like that existed. I'm from Nigeria and we have power cuts all the time. So it was weird, like, when Melvin spoke about it, I had Melvin as a guest on my show. And he spoke to me in depth about it. And it was funny because while we were recording, there was no power. So basically we were suffering from energy poverty. And that's when I realized energy poverty was a real thing. You know, we have no power, so we're poor when it comes to energy. So that's something I definitely learned. I learned a lot about the one campaign. Another thing I've learned is tolerance and patience. I'm not a very patient person, and you know, when you're in that environment, you just have to, you know. So I've learned that you just can't always have things go your way. You need to be considerate of others. You know, things can't just go the way you want them to. You just roll with a punch. So that was something I've also learned from watching Big Brother. I've also learned the most important thing, I think, is cultural integration. Like I said with Rwanda, I've never met anyone from Rwanda. I've met people from probably all the other countries, but I've never met anyone from Rwanda. So I'm really looking forward to learning more about Rwanda, and hopefully Arthur, I think that's his name, can, you know, do really well, because it'll be good to see that. I've learned stuff about, you know, food from other parts of Africa. I've heard of pap. In my country, what we call pap is different from what Southern Africans would call pap, so I didn't know that as well. So I've just seen a lot more. I've seen more about the way they eat. In my country, we eat like, you know, we love gari and soup. Those, you know, those proper meals that you eat once a day and you're fine. Yeah, we don't do like grilled potatoes and stuff. Yeah, you can do that in your house, but it's not like proper dishes you would go out anywhere and have. So it would be nice if Big Brother could consider getting some West African food as well, so the West African housemates can show off their food to, you know, the other housemates. Because I remember the first time I had kenke, it was actually in England, at my Ghanaian friend's house. Yeah, my Ghanaian friend's house. Yeah, kenke. Yeah, and I've actually eaten a grilled rabbit. The first time I ate, well, only time I ate grilled rabbit was in England as well. It was at a barbecue. It was from some friends that come from Burundi. And weird thing, that rabbit had a long journey, because that rabbit, you know, they got it from, I think it was Belgium. So in Nigeria, I had never eaten that, and then, you know, I ate that in England. So it's just like cultural integration. I think it's really good. So the housemates have that mix. You know, you try, is it wache from Ghana or Yamachoma from Kenya, things like that. I think it's a good idea for Big Brother to just, you know, mix it all up, like everyone have a taste of Africa. So, you know, that's something. And of course, I also learned that you can't always trust people, because people are going to say one thing in front of you and then at the back they're doing like the exact opposite. So just always trust your instincts. Like, you know, Melvin last year was a threat to everyone, and it was so unfair. Like, he was being singled out, but, you know, people were talking about him behind his back. But weird thing was, he never really did anything, and they couldn't actually put a finger on what it was that he had done. So that just taught me, you know what, you always need to watch your back. And speaking about Melvin, just in case you'd like to listen to the interview I had with Melvin, it's a really nice, interesting interview. It's about 40 minutes long. You can check the website, my other website, it's listed on this site. It's thezibby.webs.com. And if you want to just tweet me or send me a message or leave a comment, and I'll direct you to the link where you can listen to Melvin's interview. Big Brother. I absolutely love Big Brother. And I'm having a great time. Okay, so, I really hate when I have to go because there's just so much I want to say. But I have to go now. But no problem. I'll see you guys same time tomorrow at this time. Don't forget, you can tweet me and follow me on Twitter. It's at ZibbyJ. That's ZIBBYJ. Facebook page is facebook.com/The Zibby Show. Website, thezibbyshow.com. So, just enjoy. So it's time for me to go back and see what those housemates are up to. So I'd like to sign off right now and say, have a wonderful African evening. P.S. I understand the quality is not, what would expect from my other shows, but I'm doing this every day and I have to watch, I have to make notes, I have to listen, I have to remember, I have to research, I have to communicate, I have to produce, I have to edit, and of course I have to record and then I have to upload it. So it's a lot of work. So unfortunately I just have to try to see how I can, make it all happen. I'm having a great time and I cannot wait for official 4th episode tomorrow. So don't forget, 21:30 Central African Time. Have a lovely African evening. Good night.